Welcome back to Midranges Disc Golf. Today we're just outside of Chicago on the west side, and we're at Shorewood Park, which is a 4.0 rated shorter style course, but we just parked here for the day. We're going to be comparing two discs that I got in a tournament payout, the MAKO3, which I'd never thrown before, and the ESP Buzzz. I know that these plastics might not be super comparable, but both of these are supposed to be super straight flying discs, and I've never thrown either of them before, so we're going to see if Innova or Discreet has the king of mid-ranges, and if either of these will actually make it into my bag over my normal MAKO3. Let's give them some throws, and then we're going to throw the back nine with these two discs, pitting them against each other, because that's honestly the best way to test them out instead of just going to a field. We'll throw a couple in the field and then actually get onto a course. I'm just gonna get a first flat release, see how she feels. Just aiming up the gut here. There's no good field, so it's kind of nice that these are straight flying discs. I think that's a hole actually. I don't know if there's a field that I can throw because I just saw some discs flying. Okay, actually I don't see anyone over here, and this is like a bigger field. We're almost a hole 10. Let's give them some rips real fast. Buzzz first. I feel like I'm gonna have to have a magical experience with both of these because these are like such staple discs. Oh my gosh, that is so straight. I mean, I didn't give that full juice, so I'm sure it would turn a little bit more. Put a slight hyzer on it. Ooh, wow. I think those are what I want my fuse to be a lot of times. My fuse is, those are good discs. I might have to bag one. I said after one throw. Let's get to the bag nine. The MAKO3 was $295. Buzzz was about 20 feet shorter. Neither of them, like I said, were full rips. I think these will be perfect shot shaping discs, either of which are probably great. So we're gonna go MAKO3 versus Buzzz, and we're gonna throw them each on the same lines every single time, just to get the best comparison possible. The numbers are pretty similar. This is a 5, 4, -1, 1. This one is a 5, 5, 0, 0. So maybe that accounts for why it glided a little farther than the Buzzz did. It has a little bit more glide, but both of the turn and fade numbers add up to 0. But I didn't get a lot of turn. Probably could have ripped it a little harder. The feel is very different on these two. Look at that rim compared to this rim. It's very rounded, whereas this one is very concave, more like a traditional mid-range. Here we're at hole 10. It's just straight ahead of us, 160 feet. Don't even need to give it full rips. And to be a little bit safer, I'm probably gonna go forehand on these. Nah, we're gonna go backhand, try to power off of them, see if they have a lot of fade or if they will still go straight with low power. We're gonna go MAKO3 first, and we'll alternate which one goes first. Okay, it's pretty straight. Does want to get some fade at the end, so maybe need to put a little more ante on it. The Buzzz felt like it wanted to finish a little bit more, honestly, than the MAKO3, which is interesting. Maybe that's that it's not as glidey. Let's see how they putt. The stuff about doing these one disc challenges is like some holes are just not holes that you throw these discs on. So next time I am in a gap like this, definitely throw a little more ante on it, because I'm probably not throwing mids, honestly, until about 280 feet normally. On like a hyzer line or anhyzer line, it might be something different. So this is gonna be also just a test of my skill. Honestly, pretty similar positioning here. MAKO3. All right, putt's feeling good. They do have some fade if you throw them slow enough, like any disc, which makes sense. They're straight, they're not flippy. Buzzz first this time. Don't hit a tree. First forehand. Oh, just missed it. Don't hit a tree. Oh, flip that one over. All right. Don't hit a tree. Dang, I thought that Buzzz was gonna kiss off of it. It's always hard forehanding mids for the first time because you don't know if they're gonna be torque resistant or not. It's easy to flip your wrist with them, so sad that I didn't get out the gap with either of them. But the basket was straight ahead down there, so we'll have a look just to pitch up for both. We could go forehand, but one of the things that these discs are good at is just shaping those backhand shots, and that's one of the things that I really need to work on. Oh, that's not how you work on it though. And once again, another ante shot. I always put way too little anhyzer on these. That's much better. That's such a good flight. Well, the MAKO3 was kind of the dummy on that one. Let's hope we can make a putt and keep it even. Sucked to take a bogey. No, that was such a bad putt. I think I release with like 5 degrees less anhyzer than I think I do. So I always need to add it intentionally before I shoot, which I did on the Buzzz, didn't do it on the MAKO3. The Buzzz is winning on to hole 12. Here at a pretty solid mid-range hole. Right up there is the basket, 276 feet away. We're still gonna try to focus on that super straight shot with both the MAKO3 and the Buzzz. Don't need to give it 100% power, but I do think that these discs still have some finish to them. Even the MAKO3, which has 0 finish, we're still gonna put it a little bit right and hope that we can put it under the basket. I will say, the MAKO3 feels a little funky in the hand. This has like a gap for my knuckle to sit into. This one is just rounder. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if I like it or not yet. That disc is very, very straight. Hold it a little bit right, but we'll just throw another flat shot with the Buzzz a little closer to the basket. Maybe go in. Ooh, I don't know why. I'm liking the Buzzz a little more right now. Nice. Okay, good. Whew, I thought I missed that right. This looks like the perfect hole to test out these mids because they're supposed to be straight flying. I'm normally throwing mids up to about 320, 330. I can probably push it further, but that's my comfortable distance. And this is 306 into a gap. So if I throw this disc straight, like they're supposed to be straight flyers, they should work. I think it's Buzzz up first. I will, for both of these, give them a little bit of hyzer, since they're straight flying discs, but they're still mids, so they should pop up to flat, I think, with my arm speed. Wow, not as flippy out of the box as I would have thought. Pretty solid. Now we'll see how flippy this one is. I think I might have given it a little too much hyzer instead of just that much, but. Oh. Go in the basket. Oh, that was a really nice flight. I think that just has that touch more glide than the Buzzz does. That was very straight line. That was a great shot. Here's our Buzzz. MAKO3 is down over there. Just a touch less hyzer on the Buzzz, and I think I threw a really good shot. But honestly, even with that miss, we're still pin high. Ooh, interesting putt though. We got an Annie putt. Oh, mid-range, stay up. All right, MAKO3 to bring it back. Good putt. I will say, when I'm talking about this disc having less glide than the MAKO3, that's absolutely not a bad thing. It just is what you might want in a disc, because some discs, like my Fuse, sometimes glide way too much, which can be fun and it can definitely help, but there's a lot of situations where I want to be able to throw really hard because I like throwing closer to max power. Because of that, having a disc with less glide sometimes means you don't crazy overshoot a basket, like I did a lot in this tournament vlog where I was just overthrowing everything by 50 or 60 feet. Here are hole 14, just straight ahead of us there. Since one of the really important things about having straight flying mid is that it can be very workable, I want to really test how it holds and hyzer lines, which are where they go on a backhand for a right-handed person from the left to the right. Since the basket is straight in front of us there, we're going to call this tree right here a Mando left. Obviously waiting for cars so we don't hit them, but we have to throw around that tree and see if it'll fly out of it too early or if it'll just hold it as a straight flying mid-range should. MAKO3's turn first. Well, we're not gonna call that OB because that was a really bad throw. Just a little inside. Honestly needed to take that wider, but it looked like it was holding that line pretty good. That's pretty good. I don't think that was a very good showing. I really need to work on those turnover shots because I really rely on my forehand a lot of times for those type of shots. But the Buzzz seemed like it wanted to fight out a little more, but I think I also didn't throw it as hard. Good test, Anthony. Good job. What we can try is an anhyzer forehand, see how it holds that line too. That's something, ooh. Okay, well, that thing does glide and it does hold that line. What the heck? Very glad I didn't play that as OB. Easy birdie for the Buzzz. Craziest birdie ever for the MAKO3. Here, hole 15, straight ahead of us again. One of the other important things, just skills to learn in disc golf, is forehanding mids. We're gonna see how these hold as straighter mids. I'm imagining since your forehand normally gives a little more torque off the jump, they will flip up a little more, but they weren't really flipping for me. I'm probably just gonna put them on a hyzer line and see if they stay there because we're 255 feet. Wow, that does hold that line. Ooh, that's bad. I didn't leave that out nearly wide enough. MAKO3. Oh, that one had a lot more flip up. Go in the basket. Ooh. MAKO3's kind of hunting chains for me a little bit. Oh no, it's back here. I don't even know if I'm in camera anymore, but I'm gonna putt it because I got people behind me. Get there. Oh my, don't roll. This is why you should bring putters maybe. Shank it again. This, honestly, are holding up pretty good. I love this ESP plastic Champion. Obviously, nothing's gonna happen to it, but these are both max weight, so that also does play a factor in how flippy they're gonna be out of the box. We got 3 holes left, but my first thoughts on these are that they're both super workable, which is exactly what you want. Neither of them are super overstable, and neither of them are super understable. Put them on a line, they're gonna hold that line for a while, but they will have some fade at the end. But as they get beat in, meaning hitting more trees, hitting the ground more times, they are going to become a little flippier, meaning that they might not have as much fade at the end. I have noticed though that this 5 glide does seem to be true as compared to the 4 glide on the Buzzz. And honestly, when looking for one of these straighter mid-ranges, which you probably would be recommended if you're starting disc golf, the best thing to do is just to feel them both to see which one you like more because they're very similar. Both are obviously great mold. Everything will fly slightly differently for you than it will for me, as it will your buddy who you're playing with. Here we are though at hole 16 with the Mando dog leg left of that whole tree pile. So honestly, we're gonna try an anhyzer shot. The easy shot is for sure just a simple forehand hyzer, especially because these are just holding their line. So it's gonna be an interesting shot. Okay, that is holding that line. Wow, I thought that was gonna fight out a little bit more. I'm gonna try to torque over a little more on this Buzzz. A little bit better snap. Oh, that's a nice flight. That's solid. All right, both of them will hold those lines. I thought they were perfect. That's the MAKO3. The Buzzz is back in those woods somewhere. Stay up. Good line. Get down. No! Here Here we're at hole 17, all the way down where those ladies are putting, 306 feet away. And there's really one big shot we have not thrown yet today, and that is a big hyzer backhand to see how it holds the hyzer or flips up. I'm gonna take a dumb Simon line, and on this 306 foot straight gap, throw around this tree. Buzz first. Honestly, almost all of my juice, and I still don't know if we can get it there. Oh no. Well, when you throw it that hard, it definitely does flip up a bit. I needed to put a lot more hyzer on that. That went very straight. All right, MAKO3, come on. Oh no, dude. I did the same thing. Oh, Anthony. Big throws, but it is good to know. They'll go straight before they hyzer for a long time. They don't want to go left, they want to go straight, which reminds me of my Pures, which is also a -1-1, just as a putter, and I keep trying to throw it that it'll finish left, and it doesn't. So that's good to know, which makes sense. I don't know why I thought they would. All right, so the basket is straight back through there. Buzz is there. MAKO3 slightly ahead of it. This is gonna be interesting because I don't know how to get out of this. Get through. Hey, it's out. Made it. Awesome. All right, it is good to know as well when you throw those big hyzers. If I was throwing that much lower, I think it would hold that hyzer line a lot longer. But since I threw it so high, it's a little nose up. This is a terrible putt. I missed the basket. I'm hitting the camera. Good thing I don't miss the basket. Let's go. That's a good par save. I really thought I got this MAKO3 out further. Uh-oh. And that brings us all square to down 3 apiece for both of the discs. This shot is up to that basket. Not that basket, and then through this gap, pretty blind off the tee pad. So you have to either throw a big forehand or an Anheuser backhand. I think MAKO3 is up first. No, it's way too far over to the right. It's definitely gotta be Anheuser backhand. This might be a perfect shot. Like, these are the right disc for this distance. I think it's 250 feet uphill. Solid, really good shot. But that holds that ante line, and I would have kept holding if the ground didn't catch it. Oh, that was straight. Not nearly as much Anheuser as I need. I almost aced the basket. I told you it wasn't. I will say, the Buzz doesn't hold that line as well as the MAKO3. And even though I thought I was gonna like the Buzz more, especially just because of the coloration, I kind of have been liking the MAKO3 a little bit more than the Buzz, which is very surprising because I did not like how it felt in my hand from the start. Oh yeah, MAKO3 is parked up there. Oh. Shambles. MAKO3, be a putter too, okay? This was a surprising challenge for me. So if I had to put one of these in my bag right now, honestly, it'd probably be the MAKO3 right now. I wanted it to be the Buzz. I really wanted to like the Buzz more than I did, and this is such a good disc. It's a little less glided than the MAKO3, and it doesn't quite like those Anheuser lines as much as I thought it would, to be honest with you. But I do like the feel of the Buzz much more than I like the feel of the MAKO3. That being said, something about this rim really filling all of your hand because of how circular it is compared to the Buzz makes me really like to throw the Anheuser shots more because it feels a little bit easier to get over on the disc since my hand is full. I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe that would be the contributing reason to why the Buzz didn't hold the Annies as well. But if you're judging between either of these and you like one more than the other, or the name or the color, just get it. They're very similar discs. If you like these disc review videos, check out my last one right over here. And let me know what other disc reviews or comparisons you want, and I'll see you in this video or the next one. Peace.